Wow. Just wow. Are you guys seeing this? I mean, it's everywhere, all over the news. They're back. And it's incredible. Alright, well, we need to get down there now. I've got a one-man army build that might help you out, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm Dread Captain James. Let's jump in right now. If you're like me, you spend a lot of time running headlong into battle, and damn the consequences. We like guns that go boom, and we need them for activities such as this. So, if this is your playstyle, this build is designed to allow you to run in, but still have coverage where you need it. It's got some variations that you can tweak, so here's how it works. The armor that you're going to pick here is kind of important, but like any build, the armor that you choose is always going to be up to you. But one with the Siege Ready perk is going to help a lot because, for one, your reload times are going to be reduced by 30%, and the ammo capacity of your primary weapons will be increased by 20. It's a very powerful perk to take with you, especially if you like running headlong into battle. Now, your primary is going to be your sickle. The reason for this is you can fire for a good amount of time into a large crowd and take out a lot of that crowd without having to worry about burning through ammo. The stun lance will be your secondary. If they get too close, you can go ahead and push them back with it. The verdict or the senator are good stand-ins if you don't like using this new weapon. The armor and that new weapon are both found in the new Warbond, by the way. For your grenade, the standard frag will do well, or the high explosive. I found the high explosive to be a bit more effective when dealing with the ships on the ground, but take what you please. Now, to deal with those ships on the ground and go right through their shields, there are two different options here, two different variations. One, you could use the orbital precision strike, or you could pick the 500 kg bomb. Now, for our supply, we are going to be using the guard dog, but we're not using the laser guard dog. We are going to be using the ballistic one, the AXAR. This has medium armor penetration, and it can really hurt the bigger bad guys. Our heavy machine gun is also going to be one that we take with us. Again, this is heavy armor penetration and very, very, very helpful. Also, we're going to be taking for this the new anti-tank emplacement, as well as the armed hell pods, so that we have yet another gun to work with. As you can see here, the sickle does really well against the boatless, especially in large groups. They like to group together a lot of the time, making it very easy to essentially spray and pray with it. The guard dog is also taking headshots while it floats around me as I run around. With medium armor penetration, even encountering larger enemies on the field, especially ones that might be swinging very nasty clubs at you, can be taken down very quickly with the help of this guard dog. It also does a really good job helping you to take out some of the enemies that might be airborne rather than the ones that are just on the ground. The sickle also does really well against some of the heavier ground troops, even though in this clip my guard dog completely ignored this guy. But as you can see, I was able to take him down relatively easily. Following, I used the heavy machine gun to give a good demonstration of how much quicker it is versus the sickle. This is a little combined effort between the guard dog, medium penetration, and the heavy machine gun, heavy penetration, at a distance. As you can see, very effective to take out two of the heavier troops. The anti-tank emplacement obviously has its uses, but for the record, it only takes 2 to 3 shots to lower the shields, And if you're good at shooting, which my potato aim isn't always, it can drop one of the harvesters very quickly. It also can be used to lower shields on the landing craft as well. I just happen to be in a very bad position here to get a good shot through the door. Your Orbital Precision Strike or Eagle 500 kg bomb will easily get through the shields on a landed ship and reduce them to effectively nothing in a matter of seconds. Now, you can also use small arms fire or your heavy machine gun to lower the shields yourself and toss a grenade in if you would like. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It seems to be a little buggy. I had both scenarios happen while I was filming this, so I might show you both. That was a success. ADD, take the minute for a second. If you find yourself running around and confused, as you see here, these interesting little blue cognitive disruptors, if you get all 4 of them, I think it's 4, it might be more, it might be a little bit less, will reduce and remove all of that confusion. You're welcome. The armed hellpods, I feel like, are a very obvious reason as to why you would want to bring them, but in case it's not immediately clear, they have a gun on top. So they function for a small amount of time. They have a very small amount of ammo. They function for a small amount of time as a free sentry. Totally worth it. You need supplies, and you need a gun. It's a good combo. Now, when and if the horde gets too close, it is fun to pull out a big old stick and whack them with it. And this is the lance from the new Warbond. It is registered as a stun weapon, but as you can see, will kill your targets, big or small. Another variation to be made would be to take the AMG-43 machine gun sentry instead of the anti-tank emplacement. This little sentry is a mighty warrior, and it's got medium armor penetration, meaning that it'll last longer than the Gatling. It's got the same amount of armor, and it's got the same amount of armor piercing. It does a lot of work, but on top of that, it gets called back significantly quicker than its bigger brother. I'd highly recommend taking it with you. The armor perk of faster reloads by 30% is really evident when you see how fast the heavy machine gun can be reloaded on the fly. It's actually pretty amazing. Without that perk, trying to use the heavy machine gun, at least under heavy fire, and trying to reload it, can be a death sentence. Here's an example of an Eagle 500 kg bomb destroying one of the ground ships, even though its shields are up. One of my absolute favorite things is, with the guard dog, you can manually reload it if you want, and you can see the magazines on your backpack. When it returns, it lands, has a magazine reinserted to it, and then you can tell it to take off again. Honestly, it's really helpful because you can see how much ammo it has left, and if you know you're about to get in trouble, you can address it directly and plan ahead of time. Okay, that is it. That's my build for dealing with and spilling as much ink from the Illuminate as possible, at least as a one-man army kind of solution. You can obviously use this in a team, or you can tweak and do whatever you want with it, but it is very effective in my opinion. Thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope it helps you a ton. If you haven't liked and subbed to the channel yet, that would also help me a ton, and I'd love you, like, forever. It'd be really nice of you. If you'd like to dive with us anytime during the week when I'm live. You can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch, and my friend code is always visible. I dive with chat, so you should come and help us defeat all of the enemies of Super Earth. That would be pretty cool. Thanks again for getting this far. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video.